Mark your calendars for December 14th, because Gervonta "Tank" Davis is set to defend his WBA lightweight title in Houston against Ryan Roach Jr. But with some fans raising eyebrows over the choice of opponent, there are big questions about whether this event will deliver the thrills we expect from a Tank Davis fight. Plus, with the hefty $75.95 price for the pay-per-view on Prime Video, all eyes are on the undercard. Will it be strong enough to justify the cost and bring in the viewers? Let's break down everything you need to know about this exciting night of boxing and why it could be a game changer for both fighters. Gervonta "Tank" Davis is set to defend his WBA lightweight title against Ryan Roach Jr. in Houston, Texas, on December 14th. This match will be aired on PBC's Prime Video pay-per-view platform. According to boxing analyst Dan Rafael, this fight is heading to Houston, where Gervonta Davis spends a considerable amount of his time, which makes the location a natural choice. Houston has often been supportive of Tank's events, providing a strong fanbase. However, the co-main event has not been announced yet, and it is critical that it delivers a quality matchup to attract viewers willing to pay the $75.95 price tag for the pay-per-view. Without a solid co-feature and undercard, many fans may find it hard to justify spending that much, as they may not be excited about watching Davis defend his title against a fighter brought up from a lower weight class, the super featherweight division. For a fight to generate strong pay-per-view sales, especially at a price point like this, a good undercard can make all the difference. In Gervonta's last fight, his title defense against Frank Martin featured David Benavidez versus Alexander Gvozdy on the undercard, which helped boost ticket sales and viewership. That kind of major matchup added value for the fans and made the entire event feel more like a spectacle. There have been talks recently about WBC interim light heavyweight champion David Benavidez potentially fighting Jesse Hart on the undercard of the Tank Davis event in December. However, this has not yet been officially confirmed, and Benavidez's promoter, Samson Lukovic, hasn't revealed any concrete details about his next fight, leaving the co-feature a mystery for now. Originally, Tank Davis reportedly had the option to defend his WBA lightweight title against Edwin de los Santos, who is ranked 3 by the WBA, but instead, he chose Ryan Roach Jr., who is stepping up from the super featherweight division. Roach is known for his technical fighting style, often considered a finesse fighter, in contrast to the more dangerous and powerful de los Santos. This decision has led to speculation, with many wondering if Tank's team deliberately chose the less threatening opponent in Roach rather than facing the risk of a hard-hitting puncher like de los Santos. While choosing a lower-risk opponent might keep the odds in Tank's favor, it has also led to disappointment among fans, who are hoping for a more challenging matchup for Tank, especially given his reputation and the standard he has set for himself in the sport. It's not entirely surprising that the fight between Gervonta Davis and Ryan Roach is being placed on pay-per-view, as many of Tank's fights have been featured on similar platforms due to his popularity and the excitement he brings to the ring. However, there is still disappointment among the boxing community that his management team at Premier Boxing Champions chose this particular matchup, as many believe that a stronger opponent would have made for a more compelling event. The WBA has given special permission to Ryan Roach to temporarily freeze his super featherweight title and move up to lightweight in order to challenge Gervonta for his belt. This kind of move is uncommon but not unprecedented, as boxers occasionally move up or down in weight classes to take on bigger opportunities. Should Roach succeed in defeating Gervonta, he will then face an important decision. He will have 5 days to decide whether he wants to keep the lightweight title and continue fighting in this higher weight class or move back down to 130 pounds to defend his super featherweight belt. This adds an extra layer of intrigue to the fight, as Roach's potential victory could significantly alter his career trajectory and the dynamics of both divisions. Another crucial element for the Gervonta Davis vs. Ryan Roach Jr. fight is the location: Houston, Texas. Houston is a city where Tank has a strong following, as he spends a significant amount of time there. By hosting the fight in a familiar city, Davis is expected to draw a large crowd of supportive fans, which can be an advantage both in terms of ticket sales and the energy inside the venue. Home court advantage can make a difference for fighters, as the crowd support often gives a psychological edge. However, there is still the challenge of convincing boxing enthusiasts to shell out nearly $76 for a pay-per-view event that many feel lacks a competitive edge, especially if the co-main event doesn't offer something worth the price tag. The co-main event, which has yet to be announced, plays a significant role in making pay-per-view events more attractive to viewers. Tank Davis has established himself as one of the premier fighters of his division, and while his reputation certainly draws fans, the excitement and value of the entire event are amplified by the quality of the other fights. A weak undercard may lead to lower sales and a decrease in fan interest. This is why having another major fight, such as David Benavidez vs. Jesse Hart, would be instrumental in drawing viewers and generating buzz for the event. It's essential for organizers to find the right combination of fights to make the whole card appealing, which means they need more than just Tank's star power to justify the pay-per-view cost. There's also a sense of discontent among fans regarding the choice of opponent for Tank Davis. Choosing Ryan Roach Jr., a super featherweight moving up in weight, instead of Edwin de Los Santos, who is already established as a top-ranked lightweight, appears to some as a safe move. De Los Santos is known for his aggressive power, which would have made for a potentially explosive and challenging fight for Tank. By opting for a finesse fighter like Roach, some fans and boxing analysts feel that Tank's management is playing it safe to protect his record. This has led to questions about whether Davis is being tested enough or if his fights are becoming too predictable. The lack of a high-risk opponent could dampen enthusiasm for the fight, especially when boxing enthusiasts are always seeking that sense of danger and unpredictability in the ring. The financial aspect of the fight cannot be overlooked either. Pay-per-view pricing always plays a significant role in determining how many fans tune in to watch a particular event. With a price tag of $75.95, the Gervonta Davis vs. Ryan Roach event needs to deliver on entertainment value to justify the cost. Fans are less inclined to spend that kind of money unless the event feels truly worth it, which means having a stacked undercard is essential. The potential inclusion of David Benavidez vs. Jesse Hart could make a significant difference in terms of drawing interest, as Benavidez is a popular fighter known for his aggressive style and exciting bouts. Without a strong supporting lineup, there is a real risk that the event could underperform in terms of pay-per-view buys, which would be disappointing for both PBC and Gervonta Davis, considering his star status. Boxing fans are demanding, and they expect more for their money, especially when a top name like Tank Davis is involved.